It's my absolute pleasure to welcome you to the 9th Annual William Floyd Alumni Association Distinguished Alumni Awards. I'd like to recognize several people that are here prior to the start of the unveiling of our plaques. First, I'd like to recognize William Floyd Alumni Association members that are present. We have our president, Jackie Igleski, class of 1964, also a member of the Distinguished Alumni. We have Ryan Elliott, vice president, class of 1995. We have the former president of the William Floyd Alumni Association, Mr. John Geraci, class of 1977. We have one of our directors, Ms. Sandra Pagano, class of 1987. We have another one of our directors, class of 1970, also a distinguished alumni and former 40-plus year employee and superintendent of schools, Dr. Paul Cassiano. I have to also recognize several committee members that have put this all together to be such a wonderful annual event. I'd like to recognize Nathaniel Woodhull, elementary school teacher, class of 1995, Leah Kiefer. I'd like to recognize William Floyd elementary school teacher and class of 1981, Miss Mary Ciano. I'd like to recognize Assistant Superintendent for Elementary Instruction and Pupil Personnel Services and class of 1990 graduate, Dr. Stacy Scalisi. William Floyd Director of Public Relations, Mr. James Montalto. William Floyd Senior Clerk Typist, Mrs. Angela Miller. And someone who's really become the architect of continuing this great tradition here, high school assistant principal, Mrs. Deborah Gurney. I'm not done with the recognition yet. Seated amongst you is a 40-year Board of Education trustee and vice president, proud mother of 2 William Floyd graduates, and also has a grandson who currently attends the William Floyd Middle School. Please recognize Mrs. Jean Ann Dawson. Earlier, you heard me mention 2 members of the William Floyd Alumni Association that are on this Wall of Fame. I'd like to recognize several others that are also distinguished alumni, starting with Nathaniel Woodhull, veteran principal and class of 1981 graduate, Mrs. Monica Corona. I'm going to recognize these 2 other employees. I'm not sure if they're here, but I'd like to recognize class of 81 graduate, Mrs. Karen Portamani. And our athletic director, class of 82, Mr. Mark Mensch. It has been said that healthy organizations celebrate their past, recognize the accomplishment of their alumni, and celebrate what they have accomplished beyond the walls of the William Floyd School District. On an annual basis, this healthy organization, that is the William Floyd School District, celebrates several highly accomplished members of the Floyd family as they become distinguished alumni. On this wall next to me, forever enshrined, are 40 members of this prestigious class. The 5 members of the 2017 Distinguished Alumni class will be enshrined in what I consider to be the ultimate wall of fame. It all started here for these individuals, in these hallways, in the same elementary schools, possibly even the same middle schools. These 5 members rose through and flourished with their William Floyd degree. They're what I consider to be true role models for all of us to aspire to. So as our students from Woodhull and our students from the high school meet our 5 members of the class of 2017 for Distinguished Alumni, set a goal for yourself and say, I too can accomplish this. I too can join the William Floyd Wall of Fame and be a Distinguished Alumni. When I think about the characteristics of these individuals, one phrase comes to my mind: Floyd strong. What it means to be Floyd strong. They left these hallways, they went out into the world, they took their Floyd strength and accomplished so much. And so can all of you. So one more time, let's give a great round of applause for our 2017 William Floyd Distinguished Alumni Class.
Thank you, Mr. Koster. Good morning, everyone. My name is Travis Negron, and it is my distinct pleasure to welcome you to the Floyd Alumni Association Distinguished Alumni Ceremony. It is a great honor and pleasure to be here today. To start off today, I would like to introduce to the stage Cameron Rossi.
John Vecchio is a highly decorated martial artist and a member of the 1996 Team USA who participated in Auckland, New Zealand. After graduating Susquehanna University, he worked with individuals with disabilities, served as a member of NYPD, and operates a successful business in the community which he once grew up in. A 3-time U.S. Sport Jiu-Jitsu Association national champion with 3 black belts, Rokudan 6th degree Ishan-Ryu Karate, Yandan 4th degree American Combat Small Circle Jiu-Jitsu, and Yandan 4th degree Danzen-Ryu Jiu-Jitsu. He shares his passion for teaching the martial arts at the Northeast Martial Arts Training Academy. He is thankful for his wife, Barbara, and 3 children, Marissa, Jonathan, and Nicholas.
Well, this is certainly a unexpected, incredible honor. I'd like to thank everybody that participated and got this all together. I'm never usually at a loss for words, but right now I am, so please forgive me. It's been a little over 3 decades since I walked these halls, and I just met with a group in the auditorium that I stood on the stage and played in the orchestra here in my day. It brought back a ton of memories. I was in the beautiful museum that was put together. It just brought me right back to my Floyd community. And as Mr. Costa said, Floyd strong. Be yourselves, okay? Control yourself before you can control the situation. Seize the opportunity, all right? And don't disappoint yourselves. That's my words of wisdom for today. Thank you very much for this beautiful honor.
Thank you, Cameron and John. Next to the podium, I'd like to welcome Kaylee Laspisa.
Hello, my name is Kaylee Laspisa. Today I have the distinct honor of introducing you all to the achievements and the incredible lifetime of Melissa Faulkner. So she was a 1995 Floyd graduate, post-salutatorian, in 1995. From there, she went to Colgate University to get her BA in molecular biology, which she obtained in 1999. From there, she went to Mount Sinai Hospital as a research assistant in an immunology lab, and she temporarily moved to, I say that lightly, to Boston to work at UMass as another research assistant. And it was there that she realized that education was really one of her passions. And from there, she went on to get a master's there in education, which she obtained in 2002. From there, she is now a public school teacher for 7th grade, She worked as a 7th grade science teacher for 12 years, and in the last 3 years, she's been working a high school forensics and biology high school teacher, which is an incredible, incredible accomplishment, I say. From there, in 2010, she was introduced to the FNE International Program, which basically, what's so incredible about FNE is that she actually goes down to third world countries and works with them to better housing, to better education, to better health. And she does this as a volunteer opportunity. And she's now actually the chairperson of the board, which I think is incredible. So I'm going to invite her up for her remarks. And one last thing I would like to say. Ms. Morfino and Mr. Hines were some of her most favored memories of this school and helped to drive her passion for science. And she now gives on their passions to the students she teaches today. So I'd like to introduce you all to Melissa Faulkner, and if you would like to come.
I speak in front of kids every single day, and I don't do well speaking in front of adults. First of all, I would like to thank the William Floyd Alumni Association for this honor. I can't even believe I'm standing here right now. It's kind of strange. Weirdly enough, too, sitting next to John Vecchio, who I grew up 3 houses down the street. We live on the same street, grew up 3 houses down the street, and then also sitting next to James Gibbs, who also graduated in 1995. And then I also graduated with Ryan and with Leah. And I have to thank Leah for the nomination, because I feel like I owe this to her for putting my name out there and getting everybody to recognize what I have done. So thank you to everybody in the Alumni Association, to everybody that's here. This has been a great day so far, and it's so weird to be in this school because it's really, I don't even think this existed when I was here. So there's no more portables, and I don't have to go to school in those. But I don't know what else to say, but I just want to say thank you again to everybody, and I hope that for the people I talked to today, and if anybody would like to talk to me about what I do, I'm more than happy to chat with you about it. But
Thank you, Katie and Melissa. It's with great honor that I introduce Lexi Wills to the podium next.
I have the distinct honor of recognizing James Gibbs. James Gibbs was born in 1977 in Port Jefferson, New York. James Gibbs is the youngest of the child of James and Pamela Gibbs. And growing up, he had a profound interest in the science and participated in a lab experiment with peas and corn at the Brookhaven National Laboratory, where Pamela and James worked as a painter and also as a secretary. He graduated from William Floyd and pursued a higher education at Carnegie Mellon University. Today, he is a successful entrepreneur and CEO of his company, Meter Feeder Incorporated. James is happily married to Lisa Gibbs, and they live with their 5 boys who are all under the age of 5. And he recently just had his 5th child, so congratulations, and I'm going to welcome you up to...
See, it's kind of funny that Lexi's congratulating me. Oh, it's the honor. It's like, but meanwhile, Lexi is like future president of the United States. So first of all, thanks everybody for being here. I'm glad to be able to accept this honor. Things looked a little bit different when I went here, right? No one really knew how to treat me. I mean, I had your haircut when I was 11, right? You know, and everybody looked at me, everybody was calling me a raise your hand and this, that, and the other, right? I'm glad that, you know, there's more people, more people groups coming and making Floyd so much of a better base, a better foundation, right? You can use Floyd as a springboard in order to really change the world. So, no matter what people tell you, whether your parents tell you, whether it's your so-called friends, whether it's your enemies, heck, if it's your teacher who's telling that you can't do it, you know, Nothing beats a failure but a try. That's my old man speech. So. But anyway, I guess that's about it.
Thank you, Lexi and James. It's my pleasure to next introduce Syria to the stage.
Hello everyone. I have the distinct honor and privilege of introducing Ms. Marybeth Hoffman. Marybeth Hoffman, an All-State High School athlete, a member of the 1991 class of William Floyd, attended Quinnipiac University on a full academic athletic scholarship and graduated as a valedictorian. Marybeth earned numerous fellowships and awards for her academic excellence. She continued her postgraduate studies at the University of Rhode Island and the University of Kansas. Her article and work on the sense of belonging theory continues to impact higher education student retention programs nationally. She began her career as a Pentagon-level analyst with the Department of Defense in Colorado. Her analysis had major systemic impacts across the United States Air Force, the USAF, and her work was lauded among the highest ranks of the USAF. The Life Cycle Budget Tool, a budgeting tool that she developed and for which she is credited as its principal inventor, revolutionized the United States Air Force base budgeting and is the conceptual and functional underpinning for the USAF budgeting execution analysis tool, the AFBI. AFBI is now deployed across every organization in the USAF and manages $40 billion in annual funding. Ms. Hoffman, would you please join me up front?
Good morning, everyone. Thank you, Syria, for that introduction and congratulations to the other nominees. First of all, I'd like to apologize for any chaos that may have ensued when I was not at the reception this morning. My wife and I were rear-ended from behind. She's at Stony Brook, and sort of fitting as the theme of my presentation was persevering in the face of adversity. So brought myself here. My mother ran to my side, as she always has, to make sure I got here before the presentation started. So thank you, Mom, having me show up in your street clothes, and the rest of my family that are here. Having endured 90 rounds of chemotherapy, I have what's called chemo brain, so I am going to read from this sheet of paper, so I apologize for that in advance. I would like to thank the William Floyd Alumni Association and the William Floyd School District for the privilege to be here today and the opportunity to share with such talented students my journey and the positive impact the William Floyd and the Massac Charlotte community has had on my life. I'm truly honored to be here and very proud to have my plaque hang here on this wall with such accomplished fellow alumni. It's hard to believe when I walk these halls. It has been 26 years since I graduated. I'm flooded with so many amazing memories. It feels like just yesterday I was laughing with teammates in the locker room, being challenged to be the best by my coaches and teachers, having snowball fights with classmates in the student parking lot, getting a hug from what has turned out to be lifelong friends who are still here today giving me those hugs and their support when I need it most. As a psychologist, you quickly learn we are all products of our environment. Athletics were a big part of my life growing up. The lessons I learned on the athletic field and in the classroom built the foundations for who I am. My family and William Floyd instilled in me the value of hard work. I learned that if you work hard enough, if you believe in yourself, you can accomplish almost anything. I learned that obstacles are what you see when you take your eye off your goal. I also learned how to fail. That sometimes you lose battles along the way to success, have a different ending that you long for, that you worked for. But that doesn't have to be devastating. Rather, it should be a reason to work even harder to achieve it. And what truly keeps things from feeling devastating is you, and the support of those around you, your family, teammates, classmates, coaches, and teachers. My experiences at William Floyd made me resilient. taught me to persevere when faced with adversity. I am forever indebted to you for that. I learned that despite the circumstances of your life, how much money you have, where you or your parents come from, if your team has matching uniforms, or what's going on at home, that's no excuse for a bad attitude and not trying. That you cannot always control the time, place, or field you play on, or even who you're up against. But you still need to suit up and do your best. Again, I am sincerely humbled to receive this distinction. I am grateful for the work the Alumni Association is doing to provide alumni, such as those of us here, opportunities to give back, make contributions to the school and the students. Even though my path took me away from the Mastic Shirley area for many years, I never forgot where I came from. I want you to know that I feel a great deal of responsibility in accepting this honor, one that extends well beyond today. Rather, I'm committed to be a resource to William Floyd School District and its students from this day forward however I can. Thank you again.
Thank you, Ms. Hoffman and Syria. Next, I'd like to welcome Josh Soto to the stage.
Thank you, Travis. My name is Josh, as many of you may know. I had the honor of working with Mr. Liberti today and honoring him as one of the Distinguished Alumni. Anthony Liberti, a graduate of the class of 1962, is a real estate broker and owner of Century 21 4H Realty Incorporated. He owns two other businesses, South Shore Development Corporation and Liberti Associates. Tony is Vice President of the Chamber of Commerce of the Massachusetts and Shirley area and a member of the Christmas Parade Committee. He also served as a trustee on the William Floyd Board of Education for 9 years. Tony and his partners created and continue to lead the annual William Floyd Scholarship Fund golf tournament, which has raised nearly $500,000 to date for William Floyd students. Tony, will you please come up here and accept this honor?
Well, I want to thank you all for this honor. I want to thank the committee. This young lady here that I grew up with, she graduated in '64, I graduated in '66. It's a great organization that you guys lead. I think John over here is the person who started this. It's amazing what you guys did. I grew up in this district and I never left it. I stayed and I've lived in Shirley, Mastic Beach, and Mauritius. I found my home. I found the William Floyd School District. I married my lovely wife over 50 years ago, Barbara. All my children graduated from William Floyd. All of my grandchildren graduated from William Floyd. I'm a homegrown entrepreneur. I've run more than 3 businesses, several businesses in my lifetime. And I could probably move any place I wanted to, but I chose to stay here. I'm so proud of this school district, the people that ran it. Gene Dawson, 40 years on the school board. Paul Cassiano, fantastic superintendent for our district and moved on to another district. Rich Hawkins, who is here, who is one of the smartest men I've ever met in my life, taught me a lot. And I was proud to serve on that school board. Vinnie Pascal was the president at the time. And our group, we created this campus. We all worked together. We had a vision to make it into a school system that was beyond none on Long Island. And we have it. And you children are so lucky to have this. I wish that I was back in school again. It was just great. And again, I just got to thank you all for coming, for honoring me and my family, because it's honoring all of us. Thank you.
Thank you, Josh and Mr. Liberti. I'd like to thank you all for being here today, and I'd like to congratulate one last time all of the alum that were congratulated and recognized today. This now concludes our program. Classes are now dismissed back to classrooms, and we ask that the alumni please stay for photos. And as always, go Colonials.